The wizard here with a message and a very important question to all the viewers out there. And if you like what you hear and you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and post a little comment down below, and that would be kind of cool. But I want to touch base with each and every one of you. If you're kind of going through the same thing I'm going through, and that's called survey fatigue, as well as inaction fatigue. In other words, you go online, you sign a petition, and then you're being directed to take a survey, a follow-up survey, when all you really want is direct action. Do you ever get tired of that same old charade? You know, all talk, no action, the same old performative poppycock. That's what it is. It's all performative stuff. Do you ever get tired of it? Now, in years past, I've taken more of my share of surveys in many years past. But so far, there's been very little or no change. And I sign a petition, and they follow up with a survey instead of any real action. You ever get tired of that? I know I am. But there's a thing called survey fatigue, and I got that big time. Not only survey fatigue, but inaction fatigue. I want to ask each and every one of you viewers, do you ever suffer from that? And you write back with an email, whatever, and tell them to dispense with the surveys and start taking action. I keep on doing that, but I don't know, it seems to kind of go in one ear and go out the other. And as a result, either I just mark it off as spam, or I unsubscribe. And you ever get tired of that? You know, it's getting to be ridiculous. But what are your thoughts on that? Now, I'm not going to conduct a poll or survey on that. And that's another thing, which is somewhat related. I go online, and they want me to take a poll, something, an approval rating poll. For example, they asked me if I approve of Dr. Fauci. And I write back to them, I don't know why that should even be a question. I have no opinion. And they keep on bugging me to take this poll or survey, and it's going to be ridiculous. Do you ever go through that same old charade and you're tired of it? Please let me know on that. We need to come together in solidarity and start taking some real meaningful action, and demand that they take real meaningful action, and to dispense with all these polls and surveys. In my view, conducting a survey or a poll is a waste of time. It accomplishes nothing. But what are your thoughts on all that? If you like, please feel free to leave a comment down below. That way, at least I'm not feeling completely alone on this. I'm sure a lot of you are going through the same thing that I'm going through. Survey fatigue and inaction fatigue. Yep, I got the worst case of survey fatigue. And I keep on writing back to them saying, look, I got survey fatigue and inaction fatigue. Let's dispense with the polls and surveys and start taking action. Or sometimes I'll say to them, I'm here to take direct action, such as sign petitions, not to do surveys and form opinions. But, seriously, some of you have an opinion, some of you don't have an opinion. I'm not going to force you into this issue. I'm not going to force you to take a survey or poll on that. That's up to you. That's the ball is in your court. If you want to share your thoughts on that, please feel free to do so. I think it'll be great. But overall, we need some real meaningful, bold action. There's so much at stake right now, and merely doing a survey doesn't accomplish anything. It accomplishes nothing. I know that they're probably thinking, if I take that survey, that all the problems will be solved. They're living in fantasy land. If I take the survey, the problem's still there. If we take action, then we're actually, making some noise. But we're doing a survey, we're not making any noise. We're hardly bending the needle, literally. But what are your thoughts on that? I would love to hear from you. If you have any thoughts on it, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And of course, check out all my other videos, music videos and message videos. If you like what you hear, like what you see, go ahead and like. Feel free to leave a comment. I think it'll be cool. Meanwhile, it was just out of curiosity. I don't know if any of you are going through that same thing I'm going through, survey fatigue and inaction fatigue. And I know all these polls and surveys gets to be old, and I think a lot of us are clamoring for direct action, not a lot of performative poppycock. Cheers.